Hello, this is Lorna Rasmussen, and we are live from the tropics. Today, I'm going to share with you something I learned as I went through a career change that I believe everyone should be aware of.
It's really important that we look at what it is that we're good at. What are our skill sets that we developed? Maybe we started in that profession thinking we could do one thing and discovered in our job or our profession or our career that we're actually very good at doing something else. Having a very solid assessment of what our skill sets are becomes increasingly important. And here's why. Because we don't really truly go from job to job. And in fact, we can't in today's society because the jobs are changing so fast. Because what we were trained in 5, 10, 15 years ago may not even be a job today. So it's really important that we think about skills and that we assess what skills we've developed over the years that come maybe from our education, but more than likely also come, if not wholly, in part, from our experience. Well, what I discovered, for instance, as an example, is that the skill that I had developed that I had no idea I had, or that I was even conscious about developing, was the skill of interviewing people. I thought I was as good as Barbara Walters. Now, I may or may not have been, but in the end, I decided of all the skill sets I developed, that was the most transferable. And that skill set was the ability to talk to people. Well, who pays you to talk to people? I had no idea. And so it took me on a journey of being very conscious of what different opportunities, jobs, careers really had in them and what demands they had in them and how I could fit my skill set of talking to people into a job or career. Most of us have a very limited sense of what careers are available to us. And so my first thought was psychologists get paid by people to talk to them. And that was kind of the direction my mind was taking me in. Well, I would have to go back and study psychology and get a degree, and then I'd have to build a practice and, put up my shingle and look for clients. It looked like a long and arduous process. I was figuring 6 years before I actually started making any money. And then by happy circumstance, I discovered coaching. And this was long before coaching was even a word. We didn't even use that word. But essentially, that's what it was. And I was able to go very quickly into a career shift that really did utilize my skill sets, and more importantly, that allowed me to start earning immediately. It also gave me a lot of benefits that I wasn't even aware that I was looking for. And that's what I'm going to talk about in our next video, because sometimes it's just not about the money.